Forgive me if I look a little emotional right now, but I just finished the Cindy Shanks movie, The Sentence, on HBO Max.
Hello.
This call is from a federal prison.
Here.
Hello, Mom. The kids that lived with her were doing bad things, and that's why she's there, because she was actually with those kids.
You guys want to check that movie out? It's available on just about every streaming platform. Just Google it. The Sentence, Cindy Shanks. The movie is extremely emotional. You're going to need some tissues or something when you're watching it. But let me tell you that it's spurred so much content. As a TikTok creator whose body of work specifically targets those that are facing federal prison or in federal prison with real life tips and stories for real life people, this is it. It's The Sentence. My very first thought is about those guys that jump into the comments of me and Casey, Jennifer Freeindeed, and several others and say, well, if you wouldn't do something to go to federal prison, dude, that shit. Give me an hour and a half. Give me exactly 86 minutes of your time. Watch this movie and maybe you'll understand how messed up the justice system is in the United States of America.
So basically, I lived in the home. I didn't sell these drugs. I didn't buy these drugs. I'm the girlfriend. Any crimes that he committed while we lived together, I was charged with.
I wish that I could say Cindy Shanks' story was unique to just her, but Cindy will be the first to tell you that there are tens of thousands of other inmates that are in the exact same position.
There are thousands and thousands of people just like her, serving the same ridiculously insane sentences.
So you ignorant that want to be on your high horse and don't do anything to get yourself in prison, what are you supposed to do if your loved one's doing drugs or selling drugs? What are you supposed to do if your loved one is stealing money and you don't even know? Well, conspiracy laws mean you are just as guilty. And it doesn't stop there. I'll tell you real quick, and then I want you to watch the movie. Cindy was with a man who was selling drugs and doing drugs. Their relationship ended. 6 years later, she's married to another man. They're upstanding citizens. They're making children. They're working. They're doing everything that normal Americans do. And then the feds busted her door down. And Cindy, who had never sold a drug in her life, under Joe Biden's tough on crime laws, was sentenced to 15 years. Please hear exactly what I'm saying. Under Joe Biden, the guy who's president of the United States right now, under Joe Biden's tough on crime laws, she did a mandatory minimum of 15 years.
We passed a law through the leadership of Senator Thurmond and myself and others, a law that says if you're caught with that, you go to jail. Judge doesn't have a choice.
I can't see how anyone who has a loved one that's incarcerated in the federal prison system is even considering voting for Joe Biden. And I'm not even telling you to go vote for Trump. Stay the home. But there is no reason to vote for that ignorant that's got so many people locked up. Cindy has a loving and supportive family. She has beautiful children. They're bright and articulate, and the movie's a real tearjerker. But her brother led an effort to get her clemency, and then finally, out of tens of thousands of clemency applications put into Barack Obama, hers was finally selected, and she went home. Who needs to watch this movie? Anybody that's touched by federal prison, and anybody who stands on that high horse and says, don't do anything to go to federal prison. Because you know what? Cindy didn't do anything. What are you supposed to do? Go to the feds and say, my husband or my boyfriend or my girlfriend or my wife is doing this? Think about that for real. The problem isn't necessarily the convicts. The problem is the tough on crime laws that started mandatory minimum sentencing. For more information about mandatory minimums, please follow FAM on all social media. That's Families Against Mandatory Minimums. If you think you might need a federal prison consultant, visit our website at federalprisontips.com to see if a federal prison consultant is right for you. And please take 86 minutes of your life to watch The Sentence. It'll change your mind, I'm sure.